all doing today? I hope we're off to a wonderful start for our Thursday, setting up for the weekend. Hopefully you're still able to get outside and have some fun and maybe get some other things done. Today I got my one of those hanger racks done in my laundry room, so one for the win today so far. So little things that get us through, right? And that's kind of what we're working on today. We're working on some small joints, so we're going to be working into the wrists and the ankles. And of course we'll get up and we'll do some other balance poses and some seated sequences as well. So, got just a few seconds. So I hope you have your chair and your sticky mat all ready, so we're not sliding around, or at least on a surface that's not going to skid or move or anything, so we stay safe. All right, well, I guess it is time to get started. So keep those small things in mind as we're moving through our class today. And maybe while we're centering here, bring to mind any little things that are really helping you through this time. Maybe it's just that your pet comes to cuddle with you on the couch every time you sit down. Or maybe the store actually had your favorite snack in stock. Or maybe it's just that the sun is shining today. Whatever little things that it is helping you get through this challenging time, drop a little comment below and let me know what it is for you. Let's see, one of the things that really helps me get through my days, no matter what the kids are talking about or what my husband is doing, or how much attention anybody is needing in the house, it's that my dogs follow me everywhere. And while this can be annoying and frustrating sometimes, I love it. They're always there, they love me, they want to be with me, and that's special to me. So let me know what special but little thing is happening in your life right now that's helping you through your days. And without further ado, let's get started. So sit up nice and tall in your chair. Feel free to let your back rest up against the back of the chair. Let your hands rest, palm up or palm down, on the tops of your thighs, or maybe cupped in your lap. Let your shoulders rest away from your ears. And then close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just begin to acknowledge your breath here. Maybe bring those little things to mind. Maybe scan the body, just being aware of any little areas that need a little extra attention or caution. And then just begin to settle in. Feel yourself be heavy in your chair. Let the weight of the world not hold you down, but set aside for the next 60 or so minutes. It's just us and our yoga practice. Taking time for our practice, our mind, our body, ourselves. And if it feels good to you, maybe deepen the breath, inhaling to a count of 4 or 5. And then exhaling back out through the nose to a count of 5 or 6. Good. One more deep breath. And then allow your breath to return back to normal. our next inhale, we'll softly open our eyes. And then let's just begin moving our head around just a little bit. So we're just going to make some circles, nice big circles, almost as if that your nose is drawing. And then we'll reverse, going in the opposite direction. I have a little bit of popcorn going on in my neck this morning. Good. And then the next time we come back to neutral, we'll pause. And we're going to take our chin and look over the right shoulder, staying up nice and tall, shoulders drawing away from the ears. And then on the next exhale, we'll come back through neutral and over to the opposite side. Again, shoulders drawing down, spine is long. Good, then we'll release back to neutral. And then we're going to bring the chin down towards the chest. So our shoulders are still drawing down. We're long throughout the back of the neck. And then on the next inhale, we're going to bring the chin up towards the ceiling and open and close the mouth. Exhale, we'll release back to neutral. We're going to take our hands out in front so they're not touching our body or resting. We're just going to swirl the wrists in one direction. If you have any challenges with arthritis or joint pain in the wrists and fingers, that has been the motivation for this class. My hands have been feeling very tight. So if you have any arthritis going on in the hands, feet, maybe even the hips some today, that's what we're going to be focusing on in these small areas. Good, let's go the opposite direction with the wrists. I know this one may even look a little funny and feel funky, but it's good to go in both directions. Good, and last circle here, and then we'll release, maybe shake it out a little bit. Good, now we're just going to make some big circles with the arms, so make sure that your space next to you is clear and just as big as comfortable for you. There's no specific dimensions here, just getting some rotation in the shoulders. Good, and then let's reverse our directions. Got a good little pop there. Is anybody else's shoulders talking to you? Good. And then the next time the arms come down, we'll release. Good. And then we're just going to make a big open arms here. And then on the exhale, we're going to close. Big open. And exhale, close, alternating which arm comes on top. Good. Oh, feel free to linger in any directions that feel good to you. So opening across the chest feels really good to me, so I'm pausing here, and then I'll continue on. Good. Let's do one more with each arm on top. So 1, and then 2. Good. And then we'll release. Coming back to the hands. What we're going to do here is really good to stretch and strengthen the hands. And so we're just gonna extend the hands out long in front. Hands are nice and open, and then we're gonna close. Open and close. And then you can go as fast or as slow as you want, whatever's comfortable for you. You're just gonna open and close in the front. And we'll go to the sides. Might feel those forearms heating up now. Down. So open and close. Long overhead. Good, and then we'll do one more round in each direction. So come back to the front. Down. Changing it up on you a little bit. Out to the sides. And then over the top. Woo, good. Release it down. My forearms are on fire. Shake it out a little bit if that feels good to you. And then we're going to come into stretching the hands. So first off, left fingertips are going to point towards the floor, and I'm going to bring my opposite hand to the top of the palm. So I'm using my thumb here and the rest of my fingers on the top to help pull my wrist down. And if this creates any discomfort at all, back away from it, or maybe just actively point those fingers towards the floor. Good, so after working those forearms, the stretch feels good, because for me it's working into the forearms, the tops of the forearms. And then we'll release here, and we're going to take the fingers to the fingers as the left fingers point up. And we're just going to pull back. Now I'm stretching into the bottom of my forearm. It may feel the same for you, maybe a little bit different. Maybe it's a little more intense into the palm and wrist area. Just depending on where you're tight. Good. Then release that side down, shake it out, let your arms rest down for a second. It gets a little exhausting holding them up there, and I understand that. And then we're going to come to the opposite side when you're ready. So right fingers point down, left fingers wrap around the front, and thumb goes to the inside of the palm. Good. We're just dragging the fingertips towards the floor, getting a little stretch throughout the wrist, maybe into the top of the forearm. And if it doesn't feel the same as it did on the opposite side, no worries. No two sides are exact. Maybe you've been doing a lot of writing or typing more so with one hand instead of the other. Good. And then let's flip those right fingertips up. Opposite palm comes palm to palm with the right hand. And then we'll pull the fingers back on the right hand. You can put the entire palm on, or you can just grab, however it feels best for you to bring those fingertips back towards the body. Good. Then on your next exhale, gently release. Shake it out one more time. And then we're going to bring the hands to the tops of the knees. And we're going to move through a little cat-cow. So as you inhale, we can draw the chest through, flip the tailbone out, lift the gaze. And then exhale, send the back of the spine towards the back of the chair, tuck the tailbone underneath, and tuck the chin. Oh, good. And then continue moving at your own pace, correlating your breath with your movement. And feel free to linger in any direction that feels good to you. And if you find that you're not able to get as big of a stretch when you come into your cat stretch because your back is pressing into the chair, feel free to create a little space and scoot forward. No worries. Nothing in yoga is exact. We want good alignment and safety, but everybody is a little different. Let's do 2 more in each direction. Are you still breathing? Is your mind wandering away Or you're right here with me. Good, and then after that second cat pose, we'll come back to neutral. And we're just gonna move our torso around in some circles so you can keep your hands right here at the tops of your thighs. And we're just gonna draw some big circles with the upper portion of the body. You might feel yourself rolling from sit bone to sit bone. And that's good. Maybe giving a little massage around the sit bones. Good. And then the next time we come back through center, let's reverse our direction. So whatever direction you were going before, we'll go the opposite. Good, and one more circle here. And then when we get back to neutral, we'll come back to upright. Good. So from here, we're just going to move into a little gentle twist. So I want you to take a little peek down and make sure that your ankles are underneath your knees, just for some good solid support. Sit bones are grounded, sitting in the chair. And then first, we're going to grow long throughout the spine. So almost as if you have that ruler in your back. And then on an exhale, we're going to turn from the low rib towards the right thigh. And then the left hand is going to come to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand can come to the back of the chair. Stay tall throughout the spine. Continue to breathe. Press your leg into your hands and your hand into your leg. Gaze can stay looking over to the right, or if you want a little bit more, we can take the gaze over the right shoulder. If turning the neck towards the back wall creates any discomfort for you, feel free to remove that and just come back to looking over to the right. Good. Then on your next exhale, we'll gently release, coming back to neutral. Good. Making sure those sit bones are grounded, feet underneath the knees, tall throughout the spine. On an exhale, we're twisting from the low rib towards the left thigh. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh, and I'm pressing into the hand, and the hand is resisting. This is helping nudge that twist over to the left. Gaze can stay looking over to the left, or I can continue turning my head over my left shoulder. Remember to breathe here. Stay tall throughout the spine. Keep your feet planted to the earth. Then on your next exhale, we'll gently release back to neutral. Good. All right, we're going to move into the toes. So if you'd like to scoot back in your chair a little bit, just for a little support, feel free to do so. All right. So just moving into the ankles and the feet, we're just going to lift the right foot away from the floor. And we're just going to begin by pointing and flexing the toes. Good. So I hope you can see that there. Just a little movement here, pointing, dancer foot, and yoga foot. Alternating back and forth. Good. And then after that next point, feel free to release the right foot down, and we'll move over to the left. So we'll lift the left up, pointing, dancer foot, toes, and then yoga toes. Just moving back and forth, pointing and flexing. Getting a little movement into the ankles here. Sometimes I feel like we just don't pay enough attention to the ankles. Not in yoga, but in our daily lives. Good. All right, so on this next one, after we point, we'll release the left toes down. And then we're going to do something a little bit different with our ankles. And you may or may not have done this before, but we're going to lift the right foot up. And we're going to turn the palm of the foot towards the inside, towards center line. So I'm extending my leg out, and I'm turning just the ankle, palm of the foot, towards midline. Good. I'm going to set my foot up here just so you can see just a little bit better. If my leg was extended out long, I'm just pulling the palm of the foot towards midline. Good. Good. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. This is a very small movement. It's not going to go far. I'm trying to point my toes, or the palm of my foot, to the outside. Again, I'll bring my foot up here just so you get a little bit better of a view. So before we were going in, this is neutral and out. Good. And then we'll release the right foot down and we'll move on to the left. So left foot comes out. We're just pulling the palm of the foot towards center, towards midline. Neutral, center. Good. I'll pull it up here just in case you need a little bit better, different view. Feels really weird. And then we'll go the opposite direction. So that small movement out. And these kinds of little things can be doing, you could do this underneath the dinner table while you're just sitting there. If we ever go out to restaurants again while you're waiting for your food or the server, it's good to try to incorporate yoga anywhere we can in our lives. It's those little things, just like our ankles and our wrists, that get us through. Good. And then we'll release. And then let's just make some circles with the right foot, kind of pulling it all together, getting all those little movements in there. And then in the opposite direction. Good. Then we'll release the right and we'll move on to the left. Just some little circles in one direction. Ooh, I got some pops in that ankle. And then the opposite direction. Good. All right. So let's move up the legs a little bit. We're going to keep the hands on the hips, on the tops of the thighs, or even down beside the body. We just don't want to incorporate them into our movement here today. And then we're going to extend that right leg out. And I want you to really think about pressing out firmly through that right heel. Or pulling the toes back. You might feel your quadriceps engage. Maybe the fronts of your shins, maybe even your calf a little bit engage. Pressing out through that right heel. Good, and then one more breath here. And then exhale, release. Good, moving over to the opposite side. Left toes are pulling back towards the kneecap. Quad, shin, maybe even calf engaged here. Pressing firmly out through the heel. And breathing. Good, and release the left, and we'll do one more time on each side. So we're extending back out through the right foot, pressing out through the heel. And then release the right, and extend the left. Toes are pulling back. Remember to breathe. Anytime firing up the legs always heats up the body for me. They seem to be such a large portion. Good. And on your next exhale, we'll gently release the left foot down and come back to sitting up nice and tall in your chair. Sit bones grounded, ankles underneath the knees. Then we're going to bring the hands together, interlacing the fingers. And we're going to inhale, extend them out, flip the palms up, and bring them up towards the sky. Nice big movement there. And then on an exhale, we'll Again, bending over towards the right, grounding down the left sit bone. Inhale back to center. And exhale over to the opposite side. Inhale back to center. And exhale, release. Good, we're gonna do that a few more times. So our fingers are interlaced. Inhale, palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale nice and tall. And exhale, release. Good. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, reach the palms up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up long. And exhale over to the left. Inhale up. And exhale, release. Good. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach the palms up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up long. Exhale over to the left. Inhale up tall. This time release the hands and let the arms float all the way down by your sides. Good. All right. Roll those shoulders out if you need to a little bit. And then we're going to heel toe the feet nice and wide. Good. Letting the feet do all the work here. And then our legs are nice and wide. We're setting up for our seated sequences. So our toes are going to point out just a little bit if that's comfortable for you. If it feels more comfortable to have them forward, that's okay too. We just want our feet nice and wide. We want to feel those sit bones grounded. We want to feel our feet pressing firmly into the floor. So you might feel your hamstrings engage a little bit, maybe into your hips and your glutes. And then we want to go tall throughout the spine. And inhale, reach the palms up, palms facing each other. And exhale, turn towards the left leg. So we're finding our warrior one pose here. And then from here, we have our feet pressing firmly into the floor. We're going to press up to the toes. We're going to hold our feet, our legs pressing into the floor as much as possible. If you get tired, feel free to let them come back down and press firmly into the floor, full palm of the foot. But other than that, we're going to press out through the toes. So we're lifting the knees, lifting the heels in our warrior one pose here. And then on an exhale, we'll let our hands go long, reaching for the sides of our mat. Gaze is over the left fingertips, shoulders are down and back. Keeping our heels lifted here. And breathe. On your next exhale, right hand comes to the hip, left palm flips up. We'll hinge forward just a little bit and then sweep the sky, reversing our warrior. Heels up, pressing firmly through the balls of the feet. Left fingertips are reaching nice and long. We're finding space on both sides of the body. And then exhale, release the heels towards the floor as your left forearm comes down to the top of your left thigh, pressing your shoulder away. Using your serving platter arm, right hand comes up and over. Gaze can stay out towards the side, or you can look underneath that right tricep, opening up the chest just a little bit more. And then on your next exhale, top hand comes back down to the hip, and we'll come back to neutral. Awesome. All right, going to the opposite side. Hands come up, inhale nice and long. Exhale, turn towards that right leg. Press through the toes and lift the heels. You're going to warrior one on the opposite side here. Long throughout the spine. And then on your next exhale, we'll release the hands, reaching for the sides. Shoulders down and back, long throughout the spine. Gaze is over the right fingertips. Keep pressing firmly through those Balls of the feet, lifting the heels. Then on your next exhale, left hand comes to the left hip, right palm flips up. We'll hinge just a little bit towards that right direction and then sweep the sky. Finding our reverse warrior here, staying long throughout both sides, really reaching the right fingertips long and pressing firmly through the balls of the feet, keeping the heels lifted. On your next exhale, heels release down to the floor, right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh, serving platter hand, left hand comes up and over. And you notice my shoulder is not up here by my ear, but it's pressing away, finding good length throughout the side body, left fingertips reaching nice and long, gaze underneath the left tricep, opening up for that little bit extra opening here. And then on your next exhale, left hand comes down, and we'll come back to neutral. All right, the second time is always better than the first. So make sure that your ankles are underneath your knees. We're still in a good place. Sit bones are still nice and grounded. We're long throughout our spine. And then inhale, reach the hands up. Palms facing each other. Exhale, turn towards the left leg. Staying long throughout the spine. And then press firmly through the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. Warrior one. On your next exhale, reach the fingertips long, shoulders down and back, gaze over the left fingertips, still pressing firmly through the balls of the feet. On your next exhale, right hand comes to the right hip, left palm flips up, hinge just a little bit, and then sweep the sky. Long throughout the spine. In a reverse warrior here. On your next exhale, heels come down, left forearm comes to the top of the left thigh, right hand sweeps up and over. We can keep our gaze out to the side or look underneath our right tricep. Left forearm is pressing away, pulling our left shoulder away from the ear. And then on your next exhale, top hand comes down. We'll come back to neutral. All right, last time on the opposite side, then we'll get up to standing. So inhale, reach those palms up. Exhale, turn the torso towards the right thigh. Press through the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. Stay long throughout the spine. Then exhale, release the arms long. Gaze is over the right fingertips, pressing firmly through the balls of the feet, shoulders down and back. On your next exhale, left hand comes to the left hip, right palm flips up, hinge forward, and reverse the warrior. Reaching those fingertips long. Gaze is lifted. And on your next exhale, release the heels. Right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh, pressing that right shoulder away. Left arm comes up and over for a side angle. Remember, gaze can come out to the side or underneath the left tricep. Just make sure we're pressing firmly through that right forearm, pulling the shoulder away from the ear. Long on both sides of the body. On your next exhale, top hand releases and come back to neutral. Good. From here, we want to heel toe our feet back to midline. Whew. And then just take a breath here. That was a lot of work keeping those heels lifted, pressing firmly throughout the forearm. Good. And then on your next inhale, we'll gently come up to standing. And we're going to come around to the front of our chair. I'm going to turn mine just so you can keep on seeing me. Good. And from here, we're going to bring our hands to the tops of the chair. So I want the full palm on the chair. Alternate option, if that's uncomfortable for you, we can bring our hands to the outsides of the chair. But either way, I want us to have a nice, good grasp on the chair. So from here, we're going to walk our feet back. We're just going to pedal, pressing each individual heel down towards the mat, just alternating from side to side. So you might be feeling a little stretch down the hamstring or calf, maybe even into the ankle a little bit. You might feel a little stretch throughout the palm of the foot as we press up. Getting a little work into the legs here. Good. Just one or two more breaths here. Good. Then on your next exhale, you see how my feet are nice and far away. I'm going to walk them back underneath and hip distance apart. So hopefully I'm a little bit more parallel here. And then I'm going to move my left hand a little bit towards midline, and I'm going to peel this right hand back. So first stop here, we can bend into this left knee, and we're going to open up, hand comes to the hip. Or if you'd like to add on a little bit more here, we're going to bend into the left knee, and right fingertips are going to reach up for the ceiling. So yogi's choice. We're bending into the knee on both options, either bringing the hand to the hip or the fingertips to the ceiling. Nice and open, really pressing through that down hand, either pressing into the chair or holding on to the outside. Are you breathing? Are you really reaching those right fingertips? Are you collapsing in your shoulder or pressing away? And then on your exhale, release the right hand down, going to the opposite side. So we're going to bend into the right knee. Right palm is pressing into the chair or gripping the outside. And then the left hand can come to the hip, opening our chest up towards the left side, or left fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. And then on your next exhale, release the left hand down. And we're going to go back over to the right side. So you can recreate what you did, or we can maybe jazz it up just a little bit with a jazz hand. I know my jokes are corny. Good, and breathe. And then on your next exhale, release the right hand down. Last time on the opposite side. Really press through that right hand. Long from fingertip to fingertips. And then exhale, release. We're going to walk our feet back one more time here, but we're going to stay long throughout the arms. So we're going into a little bit of a downward dog with our chair. So if you'd like, you can take a little bend into the knees, bringing those ears towards the inside of the biceps. I like bending my knees here. It feels like I get a better stretch down my hamstrings. But if this is more comfortable for you here, no worries. Just breathe here. Maybe let your head go a little bit, shaking it left and right, up and down, just to get a little release. And then bring it right back in line with the biceps, or maybe even a little bit above if that's where you're at today, no worries. Just want to stay long through the upper arms, upper body. Good. Give me 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then on the next inhale, we'll press back through the hands, the feet, and walk back into our chair. Good. Now we'll walk our hands up to the back of the chair and stand all the way up. Be careful, we've been bent over for a little while. It might give you a little bit of a rush, so take it easy. Good. From here, we're going to move into our balance. Today we're going to do tree pose. And since we are holding on to the wall or a chair, I'm going to challenge you today to maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes, just to give it a little bit of a change, a little mix up here. So we're going to come to the left side of the chair if you're using the chair. If not, and you're coming to the wall, come to the left side closest to the wall. Okay? So we're standing on the left foot. If you have a block handy and would like to utilize that today, we can use that. We can bring the ball of the foot to the floor here, heel towards the ankle. The block can come into play if you have some of those at home. You can bring the foot to the calf or all the way up to the inside of the thigh. If your foot happens to be a little bit over the knee, no worries. Just make sure that we're pressing firmly through that left foot. Right foot pressing firmly into the thigh and the thigh resists, so our knee is flaring out just a little bit towards the side. Staying long throughout the spine. Nice broad collarbone here. Gaze lifted. The left hand is staying on the wall or the chair. And then on an inhale, we'll reach those right fingertips up. Nice long body from fingertips to toes. And then if you'd like, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Feeling the gentle sway of your body as we take this sense out of the play. Or maybe you're just enjoying the gentle sway of your body with your eyes open. No worries, friends. One more full breath in and out. And then on our next exhale, we'll gently release the right hand down. Maybe give that right leg a little help. Coming on down, and we'll come around to the opposite side. All right, so right side closest to the wall, or right side closest to the chair. Right foot is grounded, right hand is holding on. Left foot comes to the mat, our block, calf, or anywhere really on the inside of the right thigh and leg. We're pressing the foot into the leg, and the leg resists. Flaring the left knee out just a little bit, staying tall throughout the spine. And then on an inhale, the left hand reaches up. And if you'd like to take the closing of the eyes option, feel free to soften your gaze or close them completely. Enjoying this moment, this small moment of our day. Taking pride in yourself and appreciation for all the things that you're achieving for yourself. This moment you've taken to take care of you. And then on your next exhale, we'll open the eyes, release the left hand down, and help the right foot back down to the floor. All right, let's do that one more time on each side. Option to close the eyes or keep them open. And feel free to take the same placement of the right foot as you did before, or maybe try something different. Maybe even try placing the foot without using the hand, and just letting that foot be wherever it can reach. Whether it's on the floor, the calf, somewhere in the middle of the leg, no worries. left hand is down, left foot is down, right foot is flared. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up. Set your gaze on something moving, not moving, or close your eyes or soften your gaze. And be with your breath. And then on your next exhale, gently open the eyes, release the arm down, and release the foot. And we'll come back over, last time on the opposite side. All right, right foot is down. Maybe see if you can place that left foot somewhere on the thigh or leg without using the opposite hand. Right hand is down, left foot is pressing into the thigh or leg, and the leg resists. And the left hand reaches up on an inhale. And then set your gaze on something not moving. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. And breathe. And on your next inhale, gently open the eyes, release the hand, and release the foot. Make any adjustments you need to your chair, your space. And we'll come on back down. Good. All right, winding down now. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slow roll up. Reaching the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slow roll up. Reaching the hands long. And exhale, fold forward. Continue moving at your own pace. Or feel free to just follow along with me. Good. Last one here. Inhaling the hands long. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slow roll back to neutral. Good. All right, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to bring the right ankle up and cross it over the top of the left thigh, pressing the ankle into the thigh. So our right knee flares out, and we can stop right here, or we can take the right hand to the center of the right thigh and just give it a gentle nudge. Or we could hold this or leave it, or hinge forward, staying long throughout the spine. Wherever you are, stay long and breathe. Keeping the right toes engaged, going back towards the kneecap. Good. On your next inhale, we'll gently rise back to seated, and we're going to close the space between our thighs. Staying long throughout the spine, we're going to turn the torso towards the top leg, so towards the right. Left hand or left arm comes to the outside of the right leg, twisting towards the right. Last twist of the day. Remember, our gaze can stay to the right or look over the right shoulder. And this is our third twist today. So on each exhale, if you'd like to try to take it a hair deeper, feel free to do so. Remember, if we come to any discomfort or pain, we want to back out of the pose to somewhere without pain and discomfort. Good. Then on your next exhale, we'll gently unwind, coming back to neutral, and letting the right foot come back down to the mat. Good. On an inhale, left ankle comes over to the top of the right thigh. Toes are engaged, long spine here. We can hinge forward. We can press our hand into the center of the left thigh. Or a combination of all. And breathe. Good. One more breath here. And on our next exhale, we'll come back to neutral, closing the space between the thighs. Grow long throughout the spine. And then we're going to twist from the bottom rib towards the left. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand comes to the back of the chair. Gaze is over to the left or over the left shoulder. And feel free with each exhale, taking it just a slight bit deeper, as long as we're pain-free. Remember to breathe here. And then on your next exhale, we'll gently unwind, uncross the legs, and come back to neutral. Now, yogi's choice. If you're planning on coming down to the mat for your savasana, or you want to put the backs of your calves on the top of the chair, feel free to stand up and get your full body stretch, or just stay seated here, point the toes, reach the fingertips long, nice big full body stretch. And then whenever you're ready, release it all down. Good. So remember, we can do legs at the wall. We can lie out completely on our mats. We can put our calves on the top of the chair and lay our backs on the mat. Or any other way that feels comfortable to you, or stay right here in the chair for our savasana. So wherever you are, begin to settle in, allowing your body to relax. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Let your breath come back to normal. Just following it into the body and out of the body. Relaxing your feet and calves. Feeling your thighs and hips be heavy into your mat or chair. Relaxing your torso and belly. Letting your shoulders be heavy. Releasing all the tension from your arms and your hands. Relaxing all the small muscles of the face and head. Letting your brow part and your jaw to slightly open. If your mind is wandering to your to-do list or worries, bring it back to that small thing that helps you through your day. That little thing that puts a smile on your face, that calms your nerves. Or simply follow the breath and enjoy your savasana. If it feels good to you, you can take your head from side to side. Or maybe reach your arms overhead. One more big stretch. And then on the exhale, releasing everything down. Pausing here for just a moment. Maybe checking in with the body one more time. And seeing if it feels maybe just a little bit better. Maybe the mind feels a little better. Or maybe the connection between the body and mind is just a little bit deeper. And when you're ready, bringing your hands to heart center. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And I appreciate the small pleasure of being able to make this little connection each and every week with you. I cannot wait to see you again and join our practice together in person. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.